Hello everyone, I'm Arunima from Knitter Knotter, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the Tunisian honeycomb stitch. Actually, let me just show you something I'm making. So here is something I'm making using this stitch. So this is the honeycomb pattern, the honeycomb stitch. This is how it looks. I love what you can do with it by just that stitch. So this entire project is only one stitch and I'm loving how it looks so far. So let's get to the tutorial. Here is a foundation row. I've already made the foundation row, and I have a separate tutorial for this. If you would like to know how to make this row, you can find it in my channel, and I will add a link to it in the description. So for this stitch you need to know two stitches. You need to know how to make the Tunisian simple stitch and how to make the Tunisian pearl stitch. So it's very straightforward if you know how to make those two stitches, and the stitch is a repeat of 2 rows. So I'll show you how it goes. So we start with making a Tunisian simple stitch in the next stitch here, and then a pearl stitch in the next one. So this is my pearl stitch, and I'm going to keep alternating Tunisian simple stitches and pearl stitches throughout the row. So simple stitch, pearl stitch, simple, pearl. So it doesn't matter how many stitches you have in your row. It could be odd or even number of stitches, and this would still work out just fine. So just make sure that you remember to make alternate stitches, like alternate simple and pearl stitches. So this is all the way till the end, and then I'm going to make my last stitch just as I normally would, and this is how it looks in the beginning. And I'm going to make my return pass just as I would make any other return pass. So that's a chain 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2 all the way till the beginning. So here, this will complete the first of the 2 row repeat that I was talking about. So this is how it looks, alternating simple and pearl stitches. And for my second row, I'm just going to switch the order. So I started with a simple stitch, but I'm going to now start with a pearl stitch. So I'm going to make a pearl stitch and then a simple stitch, and keep doing that all the way. So one good way to remember is that 2 stitches will never line up. So if there is a pearl stitch here in the previous row, you need to make a simple stitch on top of that, and if there is a simple stitch here, then you need to make a pearl stitch on top of that. So you keep going all the way, and initially I thought the pearl stitch was a little cumbersome to make with Tunisian crochet, but with time and practice, I don't feel that way anymore. So if you also think that way, it just takes a little practice, that's all. So this is, now I'm making the return pass just like the previous one, and here it's done. So this is how it's looking. That is 2 rows of the honeycomb stitch. I'll make a few more rows to show you how it looks with this yarn, and I'll see you again. So this is how it looks after I've made 4 more rows of the 2 row repeats, and the beautiful honeycomb pattern has started to show up now. It's not very visible when you were just making, when in just the first 2 rows. So I thought I'd show you how it looks, and it's fairly neat at the back too. This is how it is at the back, and it's a non-curling stitch, so it is something that I've seen a lot of people use as the border of their patterns or their projects, which helps in keeping their projects from curling. So this is a very useful stitch, and it's very beautiful. Just to show you my project that I'm working on again, this is how it's looking so far, and I love how it looks. And if you would like a pattern for this, I will be writing it up soon, and I will add a link to it in the description below. It will be a free pattern on my blog, so keep an eye on the description and you should be able to find a pattern to this. Oh, by the way, this would be a triangle shawl, and you will be able to find a pattern for this on my blog soon. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know, and feel free to reach out to me anytime you need. And you can find some other tutorials on my channel, and I will see you in my other tutorials. Bye bye.